Okay, so I thought I'd give you guys a couple of quick updates here and update you on what I've been doing. A whole lot of really cool things going on with the airplane build. So with that, I'm going to show you some of the really cool things I've been working on. Love to get your feedback. As always, tell me what you think. If you think I'm going down the wrong path, I want to hear it. But here's some fun updates. So all right, so here's the first thing that I want to show you. There's my header tank, and it is in. And I'm super pumped about it. Kind of my little thing I decided to do because I'm going to go with the Steve Henry Edge Performance, EPEX 300. I had to anodize my tank to match it. So, pretty cool. Come around here. You've got all my fittings in, so as you can see, there's my, my side gauge, my aluminum line, my return line's in, my main fuel line going out. I've actually got my sump in and fuel filter there. I'll probably go to a smaller fuel filter after I've had a few tanks go through it, but I've blown it out, but I just want to catch anything large that might still be floating around in there. And then it comes right down and my sump is right there. And then what I've done is been tinkering with some carbon wrap ideas. So this will be, it's not permanent, but I think I'm gonna wrap everything in that carbon wrap. Kind of cool. I weighed it and it's just absolutely weighs nothing. So then my fuel lines, they come in and I've just kind of got them in place, roughed in. So they come in right here and they terminate right up here, so that I can then start playing with how I'm gonna, run my fuel pumps, which will be right here in this area. So pretty cool. That's just kind of roughed in right there, but there is my header tank and it's in. So then I want to show you, check this out. So here's my fuel line. Here's one of my fuel lines. It comes up and oh, it disappears. You can't even see it, can you? Look at that. So basically what I've done is I've done some loom wrap, that soft cloth loom wrap for running wire looms. And I just hid my fuel line right there on my rail. Same thing on this side. It's got a little different shape because my vent line is running in and then goes up. And they get tucked up right up in here and pop out. So I've got plenty to play with once I get the wing rigged up. But as you can see, that thing is hid, and it'll actually be, once it's in here, it's gonna be pretty snug. So that'll look really cool. And then I added right here just a cutoff valve for the one tank. So what that'll enable me to do, is just simply have a way to shut off if I'm on a hill landed and it's not perfectly level. You don't get cross feeding and then flowing out of your vents and tank. And that's a discussion that I had with Steve Henry. So that's that. There it is. And I'll probably come up with something right here, just a clip or strap to keep it in the on position. You'd hate, it's pretty stiff, but you'd hate to hit a bump or something or have it get knocked down and shut off. But that would just mean it was pulling off of one tank. So that's in. All right, coming down here to my next really cool thing, and check that out right there. So my Autopilot servo is in. And if you look at that, full motion, and doesn't touch the stop on either way. I mean, that's how much clearance is on the stop there. So I built myself a bracket, and that Autopilot servo is in. So I'm super pumped there. So I've got that done. Reinforced my bracket. It's really stiff. It's got the bends underneath so that there's no flex in that bracket. And so yeah, I'm super pumped about that. There it is, man, right there. Nice and lined up, good straight throw, right with the arm. So there's my one axis for the elevator. Then if we come up here, I'm trying to think what else. Okay, so this one I've been working on and I'm super excited about it. Here's my servo for my for ailerons. And so I've kind of got them rigged right now so you can see. Obviously, this would represent your aileron cable coming off the top pulley right here. And it's connected inside. And I just have them tied to some spring here so you can get tension. But if you notice, there's full right, there's full left, full right, full left. So you get a feel for that, you know. And it's pretty cool. So that is turning and moving. And I'm super stoked about that. So there's my cast pin and my bracket that I built. So you guys can get a look at that right there. Build a bracket and it's all in, stable, small. And then, you know, in here obviously are gonna be fuel filters or fuel pumps for the motor. But there's my, sorry, shaky, there's my servo. And that's all in, set, and it's not coming back out. Here's kind of a different angle of my header tank. Give you guys a look at what I did. I came right down to here, and there's a 90 right there, and then as you can see, it comes under, and there's actually my bulkhead fitting, and then I've got the sump that locks open and closed, so that's pretty cool. So there it is, anodized, baby. Same thing right here. I ran my lines up. So they go all the way up in that wire loom. They tuck up through here. They won't be in the way of any of the pulley cables because I've run strings and lines down through there to make sure that there was no issue. Additional vent line that will go up to my tank and, you know, 10 inches to play with so that when I fold the wings open. And man, that was an important one. I hadn't thought of that until Steve Henry mentioned it. So, you know, having that fold open is the key there. So if you cut it too short and you connect it, then when you go to fold your wing open, bink, it's going to pop off. So I'm trying to think. Here's another look at my rear servo, and it's all mounted and in place. And kind of a top down, you can see the throw is nice and straight and in line with my Heim joints. So that bad boy's in, and I've got my tail feathers on. They're all primed and eco-filled and ready to go for final coat, but I just re-rigged them. I wanted to make sure that I had my full left-right was set. I wanted to make sure that when I connected my elevator that everything, I had the appropriate travel up and down. And then I've got wing number 1 is all eco-filled, light sanding, and I'm going to shoot it one more time. And wing number 2 is ready to have the prime put on it, and then I'll be going color on those. So I'm cranking, man, working away inside the shop, and obviously my goal is to basically be ready to you know, start inside my kind of the area where I'm going to be working on the panel here shortly, but I'm trying to make sure all my wires, brackets, everything for radios. I've decided I'm not going to put my battery on that tray, so I'm going to use that for a remote radio or something else. And this one, the battery, I've done the EarthX battery, that 680C. It's so light that I'm going to put it on the inside in here and just kind of go with that. So having said that, man, I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys will take a minute to like and subscribe, and I hope you, if you got questions, let me know. But ring the bell, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and really cool stuff about to come. I'm going to get my wings put on and actually connect all my cables, make sure all the turnbuckles are set. Then I'm going to cover my fuselage. And then all of that is just going to be the detail, the nitty-gritty stuff from the tail forward until my Apex 300 Ti shows up, baby. And then we'll start doing all that kind of stuff. So, hey, we'll catch you guys on the next update.